Yo, yo, yo! We back again, episode 4, The Bench. I'm Colin.
I'm Narika.
And we are The Bench.
Why did you introduce us like that? Like you were about to break out in song.
Maybe I am. Album dropping soon.
Please don't.
Mixtape.
Please don't.
DJ Colin on
Do you
decks.
have a rap name?
I did when I
What
was
is your
in
rap
school.
name?
They know what it is.
Tell us what your rap name is.
Maybe episode 10. Maybe episode 10.
Let us know if you want to know Colin's rap name.
It was a dope one though. You know, I was firing. We used to battle in school. I was there. I used to roast people.
Oh my word, that is so weird.
Young
How was your
Jay-Z.
week, fam?
It was alright. Can't complain. You know me. I'm always good.
How are your internet friends doing?
Fam. We were in the gulag this week.
What does that mean?
We were out there in the trenches, fam. But I mean, we made it out the gulag, and we back and better.
You spend so much time with your internet friends.
I
It's
mean,
very
it's
weird.
lockdown.
They know, you guys know
It's
who you
lockdown.
are.
What else can we do, fam? We're not out here in the streets. What about you?
Chilled week. Looked forward to this weekend, and this weekend did not disappoint.
It was.
I don't know, like, if my expectations were non-existent, so that anything that happened was going to surprise me and like make me happy.
I think prior to watching the PSL and stuff, I know we were talking about it, and like we didn't have great expectations of South
Not at
African
all.
football. But I think after watching week 1, it was entertaining football.
It's quality football.
Quality.
There was quality football.
Quality football. I think it was the most entertaining sports of the weekend.
There were goals.
Goals. As long as no game ended, 0-0.
There were teams that scored
I'm happy.
goals.
I'm happy.
There
And it
were-
wasn't just like tapping goals or scruffy goals.
It was
Quality goals.
quality goals. That was vibes.
It was vibes. I like that. Give me more PSL, please. There's my plate. Dish more into my plate, fam.
I'm so chuffed.
I am.
The quality, like, there are some quality players, right?
Yeah, I know. I think we checked the guy from Chippa United, Grobler. I think those were the standouts on the weekend.
My
Like those
thing is,
guys.
right, so I know that Grobler already, like, plays for Bafana.
Yeah,
But I know the guy from Chippa,
yeah.
he's not a South African national.
I think he's from Malawi.
Isn't there something where we call him to like Bafana call him and then he just signs the passport or something?
Sign the thing, fam.
And he's South African. Because
Sign
that man's
that
a
thing.
killer in front
He's
of
a killer. He
goals.
looked like a proper number 9, fam. Did he a joke?
That man was out here like, it's like he runs and all he sees is goals
Yeah.
and all he wants to do is shoot. That's what we miss in our national team. Just that desire to like lock onto goal and be like, I'm shooting.
Yeah, no.
I'm scoring.
From defense to like midfield, we're quite solid, quality players. But like the striking department, guys. I mean, if your PSL top goal scorer only had 14 goals and it's not a South African guy, like what does that say for our national team?
Last season's top scorer though, Shalulile, was scoring goals for Highlands Park, and Highlands Park is not like a top 3 team.
Which, like, if you're scoring in a mid-table to lower mid-table team, it shows that you actually have quality to make
Quality
an impact.
player. So the quick run through the games.
Yeah.
So Supersport played Black Leopards.
Mm-hmm.
Supersport won 2-0. Mad because there was lightning, so the game had to temporarily be
Yeah,
closed, called off.
The goals weren't the most exciting thing about that game. That
It
game
was the lightning.
crazy.
Yo, if you saw the lightning, if you
Right.
watched that game and you saw the lightning, that was mad.
That didn't look like normal lightning. That was COVID lightning. That was COVID lightning. Fam.
COVID telling them, you're too close, go home.
Now get out the streets, fam. Go home. You don't need.
This game
lockdown
ain't
is
worth
still
it.
on. That was crazy. I mean, if you could. That speaks about Bradley Grobler, though. If you could do it in a wet, lightning night in Gauteng, you know, you could do it anyway.
Man's
So
gonna score goals. I
yeah,
hope he does. I hope he gets up there
quality
with
team
goals
on the
this
weekend.
season. Then Cape Town City played Chippa United. That game ended 1-1.
Cape Town City led with a weird goal, fam.
The
That was
keeper,
crazy. The
guys.
You let them down, man. But it's fine. It's fine, you know.
First game out, we get it, but the keeper,
We learn.
like, cause he was meant to clear the ball.
Yeah.
I think he was in 2 minds though, because you know sometimes keepers are like, should I go short, should I go
Yeah,
long?
because nowadays, you know, keepers they want them to play with
Ball
feet.
players.
You know, it's not like
Why
that.
you a
Just
ball
just
player as
clear
a
that
keeper?
thing, man. Shoot that thing.
He didn't clear it. Came short. Cape Town City poached it, scored a goal.
Yeah, I know, but they did make their way back in the side. I mean, the guy we spoke about, Quim, player that. He looked like a proper number 9, like, you know, traditional forward pace, power, banging and poaching.
Didier Drogba.
Yeah, you know.
Those
so
likes.
I think
Power
they,
striker. What was also very weird was the man in gloves. Surely that's illegal.
Fam, I don't know where this guy came from. because the whole game he was not in it. Like, you know, he wasn't there for.
But he had gloves on, like he was Michael Jackson on the football field. My guy. Apparently he has the gloves so that he has better grip on the ball when he throws it in.
Throw-ins. I don't know whether that's legal or not, fam. But it was working.
It was.
Those throw-ins were like set
he was
pieces,
whipping
fam.
it, like whipping it
That was
into
like a
the
proper
box, into the
missile
6-yard
into
box.
the box, fam. So I mean, if any other team could take advantage of that, guys, please do, fam. That was exciting.
Imagine everyone's just gonna start playing in gloves.
In gloves like Michael Jackson.
I wonder if those gloves have like
the grip.
That grip material
like
on
that,
it.
those studs.
Like that surely is
No,
not.
surely not, because the rest would check that.
I don't think that's legal.
Yeah.
Next game that happened this weekend, in no particular order.
Yeah.
Barako played Maritzburg United. Barako beat them 2-1. Our poor boys from Maritzburg.
It was an exciting game of football. I mean, it had dope goals. I mean, Maritzburg almost came back in the end, 2-1 with Meza. He scored it like a typical Van Persie. You know, the over the top and then volley it into the bottom corner. But other than that, I think it was just it was a good game of football to start off the
campaign. Even though Maritzburg lost, there's a lot of good things they can take out of the game. Do you know what I'm saying?
30 games in the season, so I mean, one game is not going to hurt you off. I mean, it would be nice to start off on a W, but we move.
Then the new boys played each other, TTM versus TS Galaxy.
That was an exciting game to watch. I know, because it's two new teams playing against each other, so I feel like they were trying to show who's better.
But it ended up with the 1-1 draw, so
1-1 draw,
no one got the better of each other. That manager though, Dan Dance.
He looks
so nice.
He looks like that uncle at him previous.
He looks like such a nice uncle. Make sure you've eaten. What do you want?
When you walk into the gate, he says, "Ah, my boy,
you're here.
My boy, welcome. You know, are you hungry? What do you want? You know, he's trying to sort you out. He fix your plates, pour you a drink. He'll be like, yeah, come. You know, jolly. You know, that uncle. That's what I was more excited about to watch TS Galaxy.
His press conference was so great.
He was like, the boys did well. This is the football that people should watch, you know, attacking football, not people playing defensively, you know, entertaining football. I was like,
great.
Go, my man.
Love the man. So I'm going to give Colin a moment to rant right now. 8 games over the weekend, but we only saw 7. Go, Colin.
Why?
You tell us why.
DSTV. If your league is called the DSTV Premiership, how do you show 7 out of 8 games and not 1? What is the reason? If somebody can please tell me a reason. Well, I was looking forward to watching my team for the first time. You know,
team is Bloom.
Putting my Bloom shirt on, actually sitting down, watching it, supporting the boys. Turns out it's not televised. So how am I supposed to actually get invested in the team? They're plotting against me. I think Narika DM'd the broadcast. They're like, Colin supports Bloemfontein Celtic. Don't show the game. Thank you. Bye. Smiling emoji.
How did the scoreline end from your Twitter and Google searches?
It sounded like it would be an exciting game to watch. And I was following it on the radio and like Google and stuff. We conceded first, and then we ended up equalizing in the second half, which shows that the boys have character, and you know, we can fight from the trenches and, you know, pick ourselves up and dust ourselves off and fight back. Bloom were the better side. Then for a draw, I mean, it's not a loss, it's not a W, but it's like
it's a decent start. You move forward.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed, guys, I've committed to supporting Stellenbosch. I got a Stellenbosch supporters jersey. Look at me, living my best life. So my team was up against Morocco Swallows. Morocco Swallows back into top 5 football.
Exciting.
Ended again. Both our teams ended 1-1. So our head-to-head, we on 0-0.
Yeah. I know there was a lot of 1-1s anyway.
There were a lot of 1-1s. 2 penalties, though, in the game. But still exciting seeing Stellenbosch play.
First pin was crazy that Stellenbosch conceded. I don't know what the keeper was doing. It seemed like there was a lot of keeper blunders this week. I don't understand. What were the keepers drinking,
Yeah,
gins?
or just like a little nervous.
Yeah, I know. Like the defender from a throw in, and then he tried to control it and it bounced, and the keeper, my man, just took no prisoners. Came out flying, kicking, kung fu, Jet Li, fam. He was there doing out. Things. He didn't care.
He's a fighter.
Chuck Norris.
But I'm really happy for Stellenbosch because it's not a win, just like how Bloom did not win, but it's a good start to the season.
I mean, you know,
solid start to the season.
Start.
You just build on it.
You gain a point.
Exactly. You're not dropping points.
Yeah.
Another game, Amazulu versus Pirates. Amazulu under new owners. That game was exciting.
I think what was exciting to watch from Amazulu is that being a relegation battle team last season, they're actually holding their own against Pirates, which is a title contender.
Game ended 1-1. It's a bit of a tough one, hey?
Like, I expected Pirates to come out, like, firing, showing, like, a statement of intent for the season. I mean, they tried that in the first half. It was a feisty game.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched it.
We did watch it.
You saw there was, like, a lot of flying tackles in.
It's wild.
2 penalties, again. Is there VAR in PSL?
Should there be VAR in PSL? That is there's no VAR. Didn't the ref, was that the refs this weekend, they were like stopped and paused. So they'll blow the whistle and they'll pause as if there's a man speaking to them.
That was
or
a
the
free
watches
kick.
or the watch is vibrating. And then
my man blew the whistle.
There's no
blew
VAR.
the whistle, and everybody was confused. And then we were even confused watching the game. We were like, what?
Is there VAR? Is there VAR? Who's he speaking to, sir?
Please tell us, guys. Please. Because we don't know. Like, how do you reverse a decision that you can't replay and watch? That didn't make sense to me. But, I mean, should there be VAR in the PSL?
And then the biggest game, I think, that everyone looked forward to was Chiefs versus Sundowns and the Three Wise Men. There was a goal for each of the Three Wise Men.
A gift for each of them. The slander that we give Chiefs every week. We promise, guys, it's not personal. Like,
they make it too easy, though.
They make it too easy. Hey, look, what else can we do, fam? You guys lost 3-0 at home to the guys who stole your title last season.
They stole it.
They stole it.
They came into your house and they took it.
They took
in front of you. You were awake.
You went on a date with your girlfriend. Man walked up to the table and said, "Babes,
you
what do you
now.
want? You mine. I'm buying you dinner."
And they walked away.
That was crazy.
3-0.
I think that was a statement of intent from Sundowns. But the commentator was like, putting a sign to all the imitators in the league. I was like, yo, like, chill, man. It's not that deep.
I guess those men are really wise.
They are. I know last week we were skeptical about whether the situation was going to work out or not.
3 goals.
It seems like everything is gelling.
It's working. It's working.
Yeah, I just think I feel bad for Gavin Hunt. And the transfers and things like that.
He was fielding quite a few young players on his bench. Like, he's literally trying to do the most with what he has.
I mean, that was nice to see, actually, that there's a lot of youth players. And he's trying to do the best that he can with the players that he has. And I mean, if you don't have the financial capabilities of buying star players, might as well just use the youth players, and they look capable in the long run.
Because you never know what's going to happen in the long run. And I hope they like commit to him and the vision with these young players for the long run. And it's not like, well, we didn't win a trophy this season, we're done with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So now the crazy thing is, because last season, like COVID, Corona, bubble football that extended, I think this season is like so much more condensed, where they're trying to like put in everything. So we just had round 1, game week 1, and game week 2 is midweek football, and then MTN8 Semi-Final. So both our teams are playing this week. Stellenbosch are up against Pirates.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mind was slow for a second.
And you were registering the incoming L.
That's
what you were doing.
I was not registering any L. And then Bloem are up against Swallows.
Yeah, I think
tough games.
Most exciting thing about the midweek games is that I'll finally get to watch my team. Thank you, DSTV.
I hope you feel better. But then you get to watch your team again in the MTN8 Semi-Final on the weekend.
Because we're winners and we make it far.
Bloem are up against SuperSport, and then the Soweto Derby, Kaizer Chiefs versus Pirates. Do you think Bloem are going to do well? They played on the weekend, they're playing midweek, and now they have a cup semi-final.
I think fatigue will set in.
With all those teams, actually, all 4 teams.
But going up against that SuperSport team who are now motivated by that lightning strike on the weekend, fam, it's going to be a scary one, because these guys, if they could do it in those conditions, it just proved that they could do it anywhere. But I think my boys have what it takes to actually bring home the W, because I know we Bloem.
Okay.
So, easy
Soweto Derby?
I think it's going to be interesting to see a Soweto Derby without fans.
Yeah.
Kind of sad.
Who do you think is going to win?
I'm not going to lie. I would want Chiefs to win just for Gavin Hunt, because I think he's a brilliant manager. But I don't think he has enough in the end. I think the game's going to end in a draw. My prediction. 1-1.
Okay.
Extra time.
Colin predictions.
4-3 Pirates penalties.
So you think it's going to be a Bloem Pirates
Bloom Pirates final.
final.
And Bloom taking the dub in the end.
Wild. That's actually quite wild. I don't think that's going to happen.
I rate the
I back Chiefs. That's crazy.
yeah.
It's a lot of football here.
Exciting
I'm not
football.
complaining. So, guys, drop us a comment for what you think Carlin's rap name used to be back in the day. Or if you want to know what Carlin's rap name is, do you think that there should be VAR in the PSL? Or is there VAR in the PSL? Is there VAR in the PSL?
Is there? I think there's one in the PSL.
Do you think that there should be VAR in the PSL? And do you think Chiefs are going to make it 3 losses in a row? Gavin Hunt going to give us a masterclass and take Chiefs to a final. Do you think the finals are going to be Chiefs Bloom?
Definitely Chiefs Bloom.
Pirates Supersport?
No.
Let us know. Drop a comment and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on the socials and have fun with all the football on TV.
Bet.
Bye.